Yo, 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 yo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is doing, good people? How is you? Hope we're all doing well, ladies and gents. Welcome to another London session. Let's just soften this music before I forget to do so, like always. And let's get started with the stream. Alrighty guys, good morning, good afternoon, and as always, a very good evening. How are we, ladies and gents? Hope you're all doing well. Smash the like button if you are. If you're not, smash the like button either way. And welcome, 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 welcome. So it's been a good week so far, fantastic week so far. 3 wins for me, 2 obviously on the last 2 days on stream, and 1 with the members on Monday. So it's been a really good week. Hoping to we're looking forward to consulting on that and continuing with the good form, and obviously to end the month. So it's been another pretty solid month after what was a pretty slow start. But let's have a look, guys. What have we got moving forward today? First of all, the news. We've got not much in regards to our session. I mean, there is some high impact Swiss news. May have a bit of an effect on the euro perhaps. Don't think it will do much though. Obviously later today it's a big one for the US dollar, with GDP and unemployment claims to come. So there's something that everyone should keep an eye out for if you are trading into NY session today. But otherwise, guys, pretty clean, or pretty clear in terms of news catalyst for us today. So let's see what we've got moving forward on GJ, gold, and also GCAD. And if anyone has any questions, any charts, please, you guys know, don't be shy to drop those in the chat, and don't be shy to say good day. Meantime, I will get underway without further ado, and let's start with GJ. So once again, looking at the weekly time frame, and we are ever so slowly hovering up towards that resistance there at the not the all-time high, I'm thinking of gold. At weekly resistance, we can see here to left from a few weeks back, we're at 193.50, looking like we could potentially tap into it. So strong bullish in a weekly time frame. Daily are right up in that resistance now. Counter probabilities to the upside. So prior to that, looked like we're potentially exhausting as we're approaching resistance, but yesterday's candle was quite a strong body candle. Yes, it's an inside bar candle, but it still closed a strong bullish candle, and now we have broken high of that candle, and we are right up and hard pressed against that resistance to the left hand side. So obviously if we begin to break it, there's going to be likely options. Doesn't mean we just buy it above that point. We need to look to see how we approach and what our catalyst will be as we do approach that level. So technically bearish though on the daily in terms of structure, but we do have counter probabilities to the upside at a level of resistance. Onto the 4 hour, and we start drawing these levels, and that is obviously, this level is key, guys. It is a level that we've rejected multiple times. Structure wise, we are bullish. What we've done is form support at this point here around at 192.50 to 60, just below the resistance on the 4 hour. Structurally, it will remain bullish at this point until below 191.750 roughly. But once again, very, very hard to ignore that resistance that we're currently hard pressed against. Going to be difficult buying it right now, but let's go down to the 30-minute. And what we can see is, the good thing is, guys, a pretty clean move. Decent move up, a decent pullback, short-lived, and now we're back at that resistance. So what I might do is I might just need this up to the most recent level. Excuse me one moment, guys, while I fix this. I think that's pretty much spot on. Yeah, that'll do. And we can see we just tapped into the 4 hour resistance yet again, just below it, form support at this point here. So that is 193 flat basically to 192.930 roughly. So technically bullish in the M30. The bias is bullish, and we do have daily counter probabilities to the upside. However, look where we're at. Like I mentioned, guys, we are at resistance. So at this rate, buys above is definitely something I would consider. But at this rate, look, seeing we've rejected this area multiple times. That level is probably, that even that push the upside is probably tapped into the 4 hour resistance. rejected at least 4 times to the left hand side, so I'm likely going to need to see a strong closure above that point, above that 193.50 roughly, to look for the potential continuation buyers above the 4-hour resistance. Now aside from that, seeing we are at resistance, I can begin to look for a potential sell catalyst. We may soon have one actually, guys. If this candle closed back bearish engulfing the M15, it's going to close the M30 back bearish. Do we have the margin? That's the thing. Just depends at this point where this candle closes. If it does close back pretty much like so, there could be some early options for a cheeky sell to take it back down to the support around at 193 flat. Now obviously all bet against the structure, but if we do reject that resistance and we just come down now, I'm going to be looking for sells below the support here, 192.939 roughly. It will make sense at that point there, seeing it is the most recent support formed on the move to the upside. Now if we were to respect support, then what we're likely going to do is just create an equal low, potentially hit back up, and if you've got the volume momentum, potentially push up to create that higher high and pop above the 4-hour resistance. So I would consider the buys above this point here, but it's all about margin. Are we going to have the margin? Likely not, but I will put it in. And it all depends on what sort of catalyst we get. Otherwise, guys, further buys from the support. At that point there, if we start to close below this level 192.50 roughly, we're going to start flipping, or we will be flipping a 30-minute structure bearish, and that would therefore give us an actual neutral bias. So the sells would make even more sense by that point there. So buys above it though, sells below it, and that is pretty much the analysis moving forward on GJ. So we need to wait about 8 minutes to see what his candle closes. Potential options moving forward. Let's quickly look at gold. Been in a bit of a mess since creating the all-time high again yesterday. All right, what we can see though, starting at the weekly, still forming a strong bullish candle, currently stuck in a 4-hour range, but we are strong bullish in the weekly. So once again, going to look to see within this candle potentially where we could pull back to either A, form support to head back up, or B, begin to pop below that support to potentially head back down and create a deeper pullback. Now the daily is potentially one of the first signs we've had for, well, this week anyway, for a potential pullback. We have closed back a doji candle, bearish on this particular broker, Forex.com, with a long wick to the upside. So if we begin to break the previous daily candles low, there's a high probability we will make a deeper pullback. If we break the previous daily candles high, it's a high probability we're going to make another impulse to the upside. Structure wise, we are bullish, and look at that nasty consolidation on the 4-hour. Structure wise, that is also bullish. It has little to no, well, basically no direction at the moment. So that's the 4-hour. We're going to need an up, so don't stress it. Probably just do that to the upside. Now as far as the downside, yeah, it lines up with that bearish hook as well. It's the 4-hour range, guys. As we can see right now, we're literally just stuck right in the middle, currently rejecting. Usually in this situation, what I prefer to see is price either make a clean move down to support, form support, respect support, provide my price action catalyst to buy from support. That is one option. Option B, create a clean move up, reject resistance, form resistance, break below a support. And there's your option to sell it from resistance, guys. That is what I likely, if I was to trade this range, what I'd want to see. Now further options, what we're going to have is just simply waiting for either price to pop above the high, the all-time high, and create a new all-time high. This rate, you likely want to see a closure above that point for the buy, and below this support here. Structure wise, it is still, no, it's bullish, and at that point it would have flipped bearish. So that's at a confluence. So there you go, sells below that support. Gold, very simple right now, just need to wait. Yeah, that's probably it. Don't think we're gonna quite have the margin. We may have a little bit of margin, but it just depends. It's just in a trickle right now. It's really not trending. In my opinion, it's very difficult. You just need to wait a little bit longer for it to make a bit of a move. GJ, on the other hand, looking good. Can we knock off Gbpcad just quickly? Let me just make sure I've got my terminal ready. Let me just clear this trade's taken, because otherwise everyone jumps on, they jump off when they see, I think you've taken a trade. Alright. Just under 5 minutes. Let's have a look at GCAD quickly, guys. So the weekly is forming bearish, still is not flipped. Still pulling back, so it's opposites gold. Be looking to see where potentially we could pull back to form a resistance, then head back down in line with the current weekly candle direction, or potentially break those levels of resistance to look for possible buys up to the next level. Daily structure wise bullish, but we do have consecutive candles now closing strong bearish with lower highs, lower lows. Let's just mark in the previous daily candles low onto the 4-hour time frame. Still technically bullish, it's just one impulse to the upside. You can see we're bouncing off support, resistance, got that level to the upside, so it's bullish, but has created a low rejecting a resistance. 30-minute structure wise has flipped bearish, so bias is neutral. Bias is currently neutral on GCAD. It's just broken a bit of a resistance from support as well, guys. So what I'd be looking for just now on GCAD is either two options for the time being for the buyers anyway. Option A, looking for the pause play within it. If we have a nice clean impulse, gonna be looking for maybe a 15-minute or a 30-minute pause. Look for maybe the interruption play where we have one candle closing back in the opposite direction, be on the 15-minute, and then look for a price to obviously tap in and look for that potential interruption candle play entry. Further options, let it create the clean move just now, pull back, buys above, sells at this rate. I don't know if we're going to really have the margin, to be honest, with that wick being there, because at this rate the sells are cleaner below 179.623. I think that's about it for now on GCAD. Otherwise sells from higher up. Doesn't necessarily need to pull the way back up to that point there, but really anywhere below we do reject. Seeing the structure in the M30 is bearish, then I will look for the sell option. So that's quickly GCAD. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get much on it right now, so the focus is GJ, guys. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining. Let me quickly say good day to everyone. Brad, good morning to you. Good afternoon to you, sorry. Ben, Mr. Forex in the building. I think that's you, mate, not me. Taxi, good morning to you. Franco, good morning. Carl, good morning. And everyone else, don't be shy to say good day. Are we going with the margin? What's the stop loss? At this rate, and it's still printing. Looking about 19 to 20 pips. Your margin's about 14 once you count the spread. It's if it doesn't continue to drop. Gonna have to just keep an eye on it, guys. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have the margin. Members, just sent the link in if anyone wants to join. Can't drop any further, to be honest, guys. It needs to just stay as is, basically. Just tracking what the lowest point is. So it's 170 in IC market, so I'd be looking around 155 potentially. Need an upper wick as per usual, and it's just dropping a bit more, so be looking around 150. Ooh, 20 seconds, it cannot continue. Want it to leave a wick too. Oof. All right. I'm gonna set sell stop. Don't mind this. Got bearish engulfing in 15. So I've got the sell stop at 148. Alright, so that's what I'm currently looking at. I'm not triggered in. Like how we've broken all of that previous candle, now popping back up again. Well, I've broken it on IC markets anyway, not in this provider. Not in this broker, sorry. Actually, it hasn't. Looks like it has, but it's just maybe tiny gap to the downside. I don't know. It's a bit strange. But anyway. Our left morning looks like you started early, gone late. Hope everyone is good. I started 5 minutes early, to be honest. It wasn't that much earlier. But welcome to you, mate. Ryan, good day to you. Sam, good morning to you, mate. Do I open up New Alley? Doesn't really have a low wick. Now, the good thing is there's a way to manage this. Triggers in, you got about 8 pips from the highest point of the current candle. I just start adjusting the stop loss a little bit. So I'm not being triggered in. We have broken all of that previous candle. I'm still not in, guys. Some of you may have been triggered in. I'm not. Minor resistance on a 5 minute. Minor support. I'm not going to look at every single time frame. I just work off my catalyst. My time frames 30, and also use the 15, and can look at the 5, but I don't let the 5 minute put me off, because then you probably put off nearly every trade. Well, let's see. Still not triggered in. It's the lowest point of this candle on IC markets. 4.9. I got within a point of being triggered in. Wow. So always allow for spread, guys. Always allow for spread and clear break. I generally go about a pip and a half, 2 pips. And again, if this flips now and breaks zone low, I think it's an even higher probability. Oh, now I'm in. I'm going to start adjusting the stop loss a little bit. All right, stop loss is currently at entry, and I'm going to get ready to secure some partials. Right, I've closed half because we are at we don't have much margin to support, so I'm at break even just now. I've closed half at 8, and it's not much, I know, but we don't have much margin, so I'm happy to secure a little bit this point. I did manage it to just above the entry candle, and now I'm at break even. Oops. So it's a small W for me. See if it gets to that 10. Let's see. I'm not greedy, guys. You see, I manage my trades in drawdown too. I get anxious in drawdown, or not anxious, but I don't like being in drawdown. If it's going against me, I look for ways to manage it. As soon as I got triggered in, I was already managing the trade. And when I see we don't have much margin at all, and technically we're bullish, I'm not going to be greedy as well. Michelle, good day to you.
Good morning, man.
Good morning. How are you, mate?
Thank you. And you?
All good, bro. All good. Are you in GJ or?
I was, yeah. I've taken it. 8 pips. I'm out.
Nice one. Yeah, I don't mind it because, again, it's approaching support. There's very little margin. It was about 12 pip margin to begin with. So, just playing the odds. Man. Just playing the odds. The trade made sense, but there wasn't a great deal to secure there, so I'd rather just secure something.
We have yesterday looked to a similar trade on GJ.
Yep.
So
gold, I think it was.
Yeah, no, we was looking for that.
Oh, we're looking for it. Oh, okay.
It didn't play it out. So, and this time, yeah, it bounced back from the H4. Very, very good call.
Thank you, mate. It looks like it could get stopped out, the remaining position. Yep, I just got taken out. So that's alright. Small win. Remove that. Anyone else take it? Doesn't look like it. I don't think many of you did. Some of you are probably holding, which up to you. Up to you, but Marvy, W, nice one. Franco, cheers. Again, barman, good job, thank you. It's a quick one. 15 minutes into the stream. Joe, I hope you took it too. Nice one. Sketchmas, good morning to you. What a comeback this has been, guys. And people jump off the stream quickly, because I took 3 losses in a row. Up to them. Up to them. The record speaks for itself. It's over. It'd be 82% right now, I think, if that win. I'll go wrong with that. So nice start. Good start, guys. All right, let's see. So GJ needs to come back down to support. I'd really like for it, even though it stopped me out, to make a clean move down now. Last thing we want is for it to leave these massive wicks in our direction. It's just going to make it a tricky mess. And at that point, what we're going to need to do is either wait for price to pop below this support or pop above the resistance. Brad, I'm out, mate. Took partials and then runner. Yep, same. Marvy, nice one. I'm happy to hear the members. They're the priority, so good to see it. And you guys know exactly why that was valid. You got the catalyst. You got You got 30-minute catalyst. That's resistance, and you got within it the 15-minute engulfing. Would take that every single day of the week. Just be nice if we had more margin, but it is what it is. All right, so gold. Gold is just consolidating, nothing. Guys, feel free to ask questions, or if you want me to analyze a pair in particular, I'll have a look at GU in a sec as well.
If you want, I have posted in the...
Yeah, I'll pull that. I was going to pull that up. I'm just going to quickly, as you do for IG. 15 minutes into the stream. DJWs. Sells from resistance. Actually, should have used this chart. Sorry guys, I'll do that again. Go again guys, 15 minutes into the stream. J sells some resistance. Another W. All right, so I'm gonna have a look at Franco's chart for GU. And let's see what we got. All right. Okay, yeah, using a fib against the previous daily candle. That's fair enough.
Yeah, it was engulfing.
Yep.
And
I like the use of, I like that. I like how you're using the 618 as well. That also lines up with some resistance and support here to the left. Basically lines up with that.
Correct.
So yeah, so I feel that's a good level for it to potentially pull back to form that resistance and look for your sell options. As far as the buys, I agree. I think the buys look good. What will probably look better though is, I mean, got that support as well. If it did approach, either reject just before the approach and then close above, or close above, consolidate a bit, then begin to continue. Need some sort of exhaustion. I'm sure as you're aware, you will know that.
Correct.
But as far as the levels, yeah, I agree.
So I left this a little bit bigger, but for me this is an area which we can go up or we can go down. So
yeah, correct.
And,
I agree.
For me also, all below I will only look for sells, and below this area
Yep.
I will look only for buys. So
That's good. That's fair enough. And then obviously if it did make a clear move down, you consider the buys from lower down, I'm assuming as well.
because we have the H4 support
Yeah.
again.
Nice one. I like it, mate.
Thanks.
Looks good. Now it's just Franco knows, and hopefully most of you know by now. You just need to wait patiently and you'll get your options. So
Yeah, so this for me is so important, because if you marked your chart, and then you can sit and wait until the price is going in your direction. So that's all at the end.
stress the same thing every day. Every day I stress it. Just mark your chart, know where you want to get involved, and it's simple as that. And then you just wait for your catalyst. That's all you do. Trading, people overcomplicate it, because a lot of time, because I feel they need to be involved, and they feel only justified if they are involved, but you don't need to. I think James said it once, he's away at the moment on stream, that a lot of the time now you walk away from a day, and if you don't take a trade, it feels like a winning day, because you know you have the patience to sit tight, and if nothing presented in accordance to your plan, it just shows enormous discipline. And that to me is massive. That is, once you can do that, that is massive in your training, for your training moving forward. That was the big turning point for me. Going through multiple days of not taking a trade, and not because I was packing, shitting my pants or something, too scared, not trusting myself. It was because it just did not present. A lot of time GJ can be range bound on the 4 hour. Sometimes it's, you know, for a week or so, and it makes it very difficult to trade. Gold right now is very difficult because it's not trending and it's not even moving nicely within the current range. It's just very indecisive, so just need to wait. Gbpcad, is there a pause? Not really moving though, is it? It's threatening to make a nice clean impulse, but it just keeps leaving these wicks. Good trade, thank you. Ryan, patience is everything. Indeed, it definitely is with everything. With everything, it's the same in your workplace. It's the same at gym. It's the same with your, you know, if you weight loss or whatever. I've been going to the gym for about 25 years. That's how I get these killer boulder shoulders. I'm just kidding. But it's so true though. It's, things take time. Things do take time. Ryan, getting his gains in gym, that takes time. Definitely does. And a healthy lifestyle in regards to nutrition. I definitely make sure I'm getting enough protein in and not ignoring the carbs. It's still important to have carbs. Don't look at David. Well, to be honest, Carl, I didn't mention that because I was having a chat to this American guy in the gym today. He just started chatting to me the last few days there. He asked me my age. And he said, no way. He thought I was a lot younger than that. He thought I was 32. I was 42. I'm 42, so. Found a mate to have a beer with tomorrow night. That's good. Ryan, my shoulder's also 5 shape and cutwise. Nice one. Yeah, I love man. I love working the shoulders. By far my favorite. Easily, I don't. Back's probably the next, but I much prefer shoulders either way. Chest is okay. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of chest. Arms I never really like. Honest. Legs up and down. Sometimes I enjoy leg workouts. Sometimes I never want to do it, but I still do it every week. Rodrigo, how many days per week do you? Shoulders, twice. I do push-pull, so I do everything twice. And I try to do legs twice. I mix it up. I used to do one muscle group a day, basically, but I don't have the time for that. When I'm back in Oz. Here I do, but not back in Oz. DJ coming back down again? That's alright. This is better, guys. This is what we want. This is what we want. We want to make a clean move down now. We don't want to leave these massive wicks closing a doji candle. Then we have to wait even longer. Ryan, fastball and cricket. Oh, really? Sure. Yeah, you need it, man. You definitely need it. I used to bowl right arm rubbish. I honestly, I was a good cricketer. I was an all-rounder. I represented my district in junior level. I just got bored of cricket. But otherwise, I was more than capable. Who knows? I could be, or could have had a distinguished career with the Aussies. Move over. I don't even know who's in the team anymore, to be honest. May not have been any Shane Warner. David Warner, sorry. Shane Warner, I think it's Shane Warner. David Warner. Oh, we'll still got it then. Which one? Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Nah, seriously, I don't lift that bigger weight, to be honest. Some things I can, I know too. Thing is, the important thing is you have to feel it. There's no point going to the gym and just doing, you know, whatever and not feeling anything from it because the weight's way too light or there's no resistance, whatever it is. There's just no point. You go to the gym to feel uncomfortable. You don't go to the gym to feel comfortable. And mark my words, I get a massive pump on whatever I'm doing for that day. I'll get after it. Back days for the win for you. Yeah, your shoulders. I can't imagine you really enjoying shoulder. Right, one-on-one. I might do some vlogs. I might do some vlogs soon, maybe. Guys, you're free to ask questions, by the way. I'm just talking gym and whatever because there's nothing, there's no trade right now and I can't educate if no one asks me anything. So if you could, most of you already hit the like button, which is good by the looks of it. Likes are up high, the viewers aren't, but all good. We're killing it, we know where it's at. Right, yeah. From Australia, but I'm not currently in Australia. Love it. Actually, literally sold it right, or closed my position right at the bottom of that wick. It is going well. What strategy? I use the A.C.T strategy. So very simple. I analyze the chart based off 4 different time frames and focus more so on the minor because that's my entry time frame. I've been a 30, look at the 15, look at the 5, but don't really execute based off the 5. Very rarely anyway. So once I've analyzed what direction things are trending in and where we are on the chart, I'm marking my zones, and that's very important. So I start on the 4 hour when I'm marking zones. I adjust it on the 30, and once I've determined what levels I want to get involved in a trade, I have my rules that I create, and what those rules are is a certain catalyst within price action that at a particular level or an entry. Now my catalyst, I have many different catalysts. The VIP know it, the VIP should know it, there's multiple videos on it, and they're making good use of it just now by looking out for these catalysts to present. We have one on GJ, we took a trade and took a small win. Catalyst being price was at a level of resistance, so a level I've determined I want to get involved in a potential trade. We had, first of all, 15-minute bearish engulfing, closing a 30-minute bearish at resistance. That's a trade for me that I would take every day of the week. That is one catalyst. I've got multiple catalysts, so you're just gonna have to keep watching, tuning in on the regular, and you'll begin to pick up on my different types of catalyst. And feel free to ask questions. I am one of the most easygoing streamers. I even look at charts without people sending a chart in. Like if you ask me to look at a pair, I look at it without whinging about you sending a chart in first. You're more than welcome to send a chart in. If you don't want to, I'm happy to analyze. So this is good on GJ. This is exactly what we want. Want it to come down. Alright, just took a buy scalp on gold, 5 minute. Interesting. Not my cup of tea. But you have your 10 on the table by the looks of it, so well done. Gold's just got no direction at all at the moment. Three minute. Yeah, I don't really look at 3 minute. Then see what he did. Yeah, cheeky little entry. It's a little bit hard to ignore the level it's at though. It's just no clear direction. See, I'll look at it thinking, well, how many times here would you try to take a trade based off a strong closure in the opposite direction to wherever the push came from? So probably here would have been triggered in, probably stopped out. Maybe here. Don't think it would have secured anything. Probably maybe break even, maybe secured something in. You get what I mean? Like here as well. Strong catalyst, bearish engulfing. It's on the 5 minute, stopped out probably afterwards. That's my only concern. That's my only concern, just looking at the 5 minute. Still need clean traffic. You still need price to be moving. It's a good way to maybe get involved when price is trending and you've missed the initial move or whatever. It is very cheeky. You've learnt, right? I've learnt that no matter what strategy you trade, if you're patient and confident, you set up your skill. It's very important to be patient and obviously to trust yourself. That is, yes, for sure. And what it would generally mean if your edge works for you is that you're going to be on the right side of things more often than not. Doesn't mean you're always going to secure, because the fact of the matter is you don't win every trade. But I mean, my win rate on stream is now 82 roughly after that. Just that win just then. In the VIP, it's about 77, I think it is. My last look. VIP, I take a few more trades, obviously. So overall win rate's around 80 for this year. This is good, guys. I'm not fast that I got taken out for a small win. This is fine. Even if it melts through this support, it's not a problem, because you could look for a buy from lower down. And if it melts through it, they move down, even better. It makes the move up more probable. Then similar move 3:30 this morning. Not sure what time that is for me, to be honest. What's about 4 hours ago? Somewhere around here. Going to sleep? Oh mate, I was out like a light last night. I was so buggered. But to be honest, I was pissed off. Really shitty, because the little man's he's in grade 3. He's got friggin' exams like crazy all week, and his mother was making him study, I'm not joking, from about 4:30 p.m. about 4:30 p.m. 4 p.m. when he got, not too long after he got home, until 10:30. It's just absolute joke how they do it here. I told her what I thought of it. Let him go to sleep. He's too tired. I mean, I didn't get to bed till later too. I was buggered. Poor little man. I've been raging since morning. Yeah, it's been a mess all day. Brave man, mark my words, very brave. Extremely brave. I knew what would come back, but I had to stand up for the little man. He was so tired. Daddy's boy, sure. Alright, it's not a bad close, guys. It's not a bad close. Relatively clean. I gotta pick him up. Same as yesterday, guys. So I'm probably only stay on till long after the first 30 minutes of London today. But I'll see. Yeah, it's just this week. Ryan, how do you find a community? I really want a team of 3 to 4. Well, you've you found one here, my friend. You found one here. So there's the VIP. Oh no, I think you mentioned it's a little bit difficult for you right now. That's right. VIP is not expensive. It's affordable for most. That's what I've made it. And you get a trained community there. You get a free community, but no one seems to use it. No one's stopping you guys from using it. I encourage you to. I try to get you guys to do so. I at everyone how things going, things like that. Waiting for some maybe ideas, and you're all more than welcome to share ideas in there. But otherwise, the VIP is obviously where it's at. VIP, we trade together for 2 sessions pretty much every day almost, except for Friday. Friday I don't trade in my. And people share ideas, analysis, and things like that. All good, mate. All good. You're in the free group either way. The free groups links should be okay. I'm not sure. Down in the description. No, I'll pop the link into this chat actually, because it seems to expire all the time, even though I've used a link that's not supposed to expire. You're in a frigate? Oh, okay. But anyway, for anyone else, there it is. And feel free to send analysis on that. Should make some background beats for stream, music producer. If you want, I'm not interested in paying someone for it, to be honest, because there's no point. No, we're not here for the music, so if you want to do it for free, it's up to you, mate. But yeah, I'm just being honest. I'm not going to pay for it because we're not here for music. We're here to trade and to learn about trading. So if you're happy with that, by all means. If not, fair enough, no problem. No stress. And gold is just the absolute shitbox at the moment. It's a mess. Yeah, I'm not touching gold. I'm not touching it at the moment. All good, mate. All good. All good. I'm more than happy to promote you if you're willing to send some background music. It's up to you. But yeah, I wouldn't pay for it. But yeah, I'm just being honest with you. But I would promote it if you do want to share. Sean, good day to you, mate. How are you? Hope you're well. Been a while. So good early start today, guys. We got a small win on GJ to begin. Number 4 for the week. 4-0 this week. Been a bloody good week. And what a comeback it's been. September. Started with, I think it was 3 losses and like 2 break evens to begin the month. And since have been absolutely dominating. So it's going to end in a nice month in the end. Not a huge one, but still well in profit, which is good. Sean, all good. I know you keep trying to get onto your streams, but work's been crazy. All good, mate. No worries. Oh, silver. Above 31,969. So above this level. Roughly. Let's quickly look at it. Weekly it's at resistance. It is forming a strong bullish candle. Daily close bearish. It's tapped into this previous level of resistance to the left. It is technically bullish in structure though, but again it's now kind of ping-pong a bit by the looks of it between the high here at 32.51, which is the highest point I think silver's been at for a long time against the US dollar, and a recent resistance around that 31.50 sort of level that's broken out of. But structure wise it is bullish. 4 hour is not looking great, but it also is structurally bullish. And the M30 in this up a bit. M30 is bearish. Actually, hold on. No, it's not. It's bullish, and it's going to remain bullish until below 30.6285 roughly. Would I consider it? Potentially, yes, but don't quite have a strong enough catalyst just yet, in my opinion. But this candle, really, this doesn't look too bad because what you've had is the first 5 minute pull back, so it's obviously create up wick, pull back's create a low wick. Or has it? Has it actually? Did it pop up first? If we can. So that's the open counter. Pop down, then up. Yeah. So if it pop back down and up again, I would trust it more because then that would suggest to me that we may have pulled back a little bit more just to grab that liquidity. If we break for the second time, it's more likely, more probable. But right now, I just don't see there being a valid impulse entry due to I know that catalyst just grab liquidity from the downside. It could just pop up, but it's just essentially stuck in consolidation, in my opinion. So I'm not all that keen on impulse entries from consolidation, as you know. I need to see something, and right now what I'd probably rather do is let it create a bit of a move and then maybe look for something like a little pause play. Potentially, I just don't trust the impulse. Yes, I can see it happening, but I would not feel comfortable by stopping the high, to be honest. Purely because the mess it's come from. That's just me. But yeah, I do see it potentially coming up to that 32.20. Alright, JJ is now just tricky area now, bouncing straight back. No worries, mate. You're welcome to. Alright, Doc, morning to you. Hope all is well. Sean, did you start early today, or you always start at time? No, I started 5 minutes earlier, so it wasn't like anything crazy. Oh, sweet. How's the pups? Alright, we've got just over 20 and a half minutes until London Open. Once again, GJ now just begins to consolidate between 193 flat roughly, 193.50, 40. And it's basically a matter of waiting for it to either pop above for the buys or back below 192, 930 roughly for a potential sell. John, thought you start. Nah, mate, nah. So no, it's never 7:30. Only when I'm in Oz. That's on certain days, Tuesday and Friday. But that will change anyway when I'm back, pretty much, because we'll move forward into daylight savings. It's always around 6:45 a.m. Not too strong, 11 months old, and yeah, I know they're bloody strong little things though. Well, they're not little. One of them seriously cheeky and cunning. Oh, cute for yeah, I can imagine. Oh, my little man here he was trying to tell me something. So he's looking at me and he wasn't barking. I don't know. He was kind of howling, but not. Hard to explain. He's whinging about something. Probably the cats. Next door's got like 20 cats. Sean? Yeah, Will? I think you meant change. Change for me soon. Old has no idea. Right, I hope you secured something on gold, because this is what I mean. Ben, Whisperer, could catch up, what can't man? If only I understood what he was saying to me. Oh, I gave him a treat, so it worked either way. I don't know if he got what he wanted, but he was happy with the deal in the end. I have a laugh. That's what I should have called myself, the Pip Catcher, but it's too corny. Might have to rebrand at some point. Thought I was busy yesterday and fed them like 10 minutes late, and she climbed onto my lap and gave a few slaps on the leg. Yeah, they're so funny like that. We had years ago when I was younger at home, we had Alaskan Malamutes. So they're, for those of you who don't know, I think they've got actual wolf blood in them. They're like a quarter or something wolf actually, and they look like a wolf. They're big dogs. The male weighed 80 kilograms. And he was huge. And I shit you not, I used to go home from school, I used to feed him. That was my job. I'd go to the gym or whatever it was. In the meantime, someone else has come home, the dog's been howling and whinging like crazy, and they thought maybe he hadn't got fed yet, so they feed him. I shit you not, some days he got like 3 massive cans of dog food. And he would still eat. He could eat all day. You go to him. He was so smart. He was so smart. Plus he'd catch his own food of the night time. Possums. He was a good possum catcher, that boy. Don't know how, he's huge, but he used to always catch him. Time change again soon? Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest, back in Oz. It just means MY is so late. MY is midnight. Subranchu, good day mate to you. I'm all good, hope you're well. Welcome. Yeah, dog, we had 2 of them. We had a female and she was the boss. She weighed 60 kilos, but the male was scared shitless of her. Because he was pup when we got him and she was already a few years old. Always the way. I was always scared of the lady. What's your insight on gold? Gold is just consolidating. There's nothing on gold right now. For me, when it's in this sort of mess, you need to wait patiently for it to either head to resistance with a clean move and reject, look for a price action catalyst to sell it, or head to support and bounce off it to look for a price action catalyst to buy it. Aside from that, buys above, all-time high, clean traffic to the left, sells below, clean traffic to the left, likely to make a deeper pullback. Very simple. would not be interested in touching it just now. What's likely to happen is you could get wrecked in this situation. Got these two approximately 36 kilos each. Wow. And they're still growing. Sometimes I'd walk the two of them all once, and that was if the male caught whiff of roadkill. Oh no. Oh no, these are sleigh dogs. They're powerful dogs. A bunch of, yeah, for the time being, that's all we can do. God. Beautiful dogs though, absolutely stunning. Everyone used to love them. They're very friendly, just very powerful. So what are we looking at, guys? Anyone currently running any trades? Been a really good week. Got hold of 3 really nice wins. Big wins too. Always some of the biggest ones for a while, to be honest. And today was a small one. Not all be big ones, but nonetheless still good. Not in Spain. I had to get up at the crack of dawn to walk them before other walkers were out. Otherwise it was them walking me. Yeah, I know, that's what it used to be like for me. I totally know what you're talking about. But the same thing, the female was alright, she wouldn't pull and she was more arm. The male was just a beast. He dictated where he wanted, where we had to go. And he was bigger, stronger. Franco, nothing safe. Yeah, not at the moment. You use that level pretty much lines up with what you have by the looks of it. Let me check on it. That's from yesterday, by the way. So yeah, it is actually. It's the start of it. Opposite way around, but yeah, it is too. You just got up to the 50. So it's still relevant at that level. And look at the move up. It's just a trickle. There's no real volume about it. It's just like bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish.
Yeah.
It's not trending.
Yeah, that's the issue. So there's not a clean move making right now, which makes it difficult if it's go further up and then maybe coming down.
Yeah.
Because then you have again some supports there.
Correct.
So
it's not going to be easy. But what I often find in a situation, if it is a slow trickle pullback like this, and if it does tap into like the level you've marked in, which starts at this same level I've got marked in, a lot of time it will make a pretty clean move from it. It just taps into a level of liquidity and strong candle. Sometimes it will just melt without really the confirmation.
okay, but how to handle it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I know what you mean, because you got support.
Yeah.
You got support after support. You got support. Yeah, here.
Correct.
It's just everywhere, the support.
Yep.
This chart.
And then when it have made his move through this supports, then I'm finding it too late to get in at the. Yeah. So I would hopefully we see maybe some move right now and
Nice clean move up
into this area, correct? Yeah. And then maybe to see.
I agree. The best thing that could possibly happen now with GU to trade it moving forward. Actually create a move right now instead of just looks like it's not sure. So clean move up, and then maybe if it rejects, at least you got some margin to take it back down. And then if you get involved in with the volume and maybe makes it cleaner move cutting through some of this, you know, get some decent runners or whatever. We got under 10 minutes until session open. Nothing just now, so we'll just wait and see. You know, this has been one of my best weeks for the year so far, return wise, because of the runners. Look at EU quickly. So it looks the same as GU, slowly making its way up. Pretty much do the exact same thing, marking 50% or even a in between. Now it's tapping into the 0.618. I'll probably draw on the wrong way around, to be honest, I don't know. But it's more the level I'm interested in. Isn't 618 or 382, whatever it is. To me, it's just this block, basically, is what I'm interested in. And that lines up with some support here to the left as well. Looking like it's potentially exhausting, so EU looks a bit better than GU. It looks a bit cleaner. EU doesn't look bad as well for SL. Look at JJ now. Earlier in EU from 1.11372. 372. Alright, so probably above there somewhere. That looks alright. Well, you're doing well, so nice one. Assuming maybe based off the fire. Don't forget trade, yeah. I haven't done one of those for ages, but who knows, maybe in the future. But I do want to be more spaced 4 hour wider stop loss, wider target, really small position, just to feel a sort of trade, see how it goes. I did it once or twice, maybe a year or so ago, leaving a buy stop, sell stop or whatever in overnight. And I've been lucky with that, like having a 10 pip target. I think every time I've won, but I would not recommend it, in all honesty. It's not wise to do. It's really not. And it's not something I would tell any of my guys to do. No way. You need to be present on the chart if you're scalping. See how price approaches your level. Not as important if you're swing trading. Especially if you got limit orders and you've done your homework, you know where you want to get involved in that. Swing trading, you probably only need to check it maybe at certain intervals of a day. With scalping, you really need to be present on the chart for that session or whatever, or however long you're going to be looking to take a trade. DJ, there's no buy for me until it closes above. Too strong a level, it's rejected multiple times. I'm not interested in buying it into it. Yeah, it's a nice strong bullish engulfing candle at this point, but you're not done anything other than that. That is normally a catalyst, but not at the level it's at. There's just no option. Gold is in a mess. Needs to make a decent move right now. There's nothing on gold in my opinion. I'm going to chase it when it's in consolidation rather than let it create a bit of a move. Gbpcad, this is a bit better, pulling back a bit, so potential buys from back above. And the sells, well, look, just depends because you've got this week, so what you really could do is drag that down, then not really going to have the margin, to be honest, but see. Gbpcad's just, it's the pair I've got there just in case GJ Gold and really hopeless, and it looks good because I used to trade it. I remember it having a lot of volume around, especially around session open, used to tend to give some nice moves. Just looking at the stock market, NASDAQ, and wow, it's gonna burst. This bubble's gonna burst. It's a matter of time. The only thing I trust really is commodities, especially the precious metals, gold, silver.
Hey guys.
G'day mate, how are you?
Doing alright.
That's it, man. That's it. Been a good. You had a good day yesterday. So
yeah,
the trade.
Had one trade and it was great.
Good to hear. Nice one. How about today? What are you looking at?
EJ is looking promising above the highs. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Clean to the left. Pretty clean.
Yeah. Yeah, really clean.
You're looking at on the hourly or the 2 hour?
On the hourly.
Yeah.
And the 2 hour also looks great, so
Yeah, the hourly looks good. The 2 hour probably does.
the hourly looks good, yeah.
Yeah. 2 hour also looks really good. Yeah, it does. Looks good. So you took it yesterday here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep, that was a nice move.
I think I got like 30 pips on that one.
Nicely done. Had sent in the analysis prior to entry, which is fantastic. The full credit, and then the afterwards, which is happy to see it. Really good. So we got the session open, and yeah, GJ is closed below. It's popping up. There's no buy for me. There's nothing just now. Sorry, mate. You were gonna say something, or?
The EJ one also, it didn't close as I would have loved it to.
Yeah, it's a little bit low.
But on the 2 hour, on the other hand, it looks a little bit better because of the close. But I would like a really zip lower week.
Yeah, I understand. I agree. I think that's a good idea. Wait for that lower week again.
Now it's better as it even popped above the previous candle.
Yeah,
before
for sure.
If it comes back up to break that high, I might just take a position there.
Yeah, I like it. I like that as well. Like you said, popped up and now popping down, create a low wick and break zone high again. Better entry. DJ, I was just gonna say cowboy entry is probably the only entry, and that would, wow, look at that. Look at that. Let's just mark this in. See, this is one of my entries, and I'm not bothered because I wasn't probably going to take it either way today after so far what's going on. So marking a 50, where's it tapped into? Look at that. I don't get enough love. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Should have more people on this stream. Yeah, I didn't call it, but either way, I'm happy to see it. Happy to see it play, because that's one of my trades.
Yeah, I remember you've taken such entries a couple of times.
Yep, that would have ticked the box. It popped straight up, tapped into the 50, would have had maybe a pip drawdown, pip and a half. Look at it since. So love it, absolutely love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's just uncanny. Again, it's hard work. It's noticing these things. It's testing it out. It's putting, you know, screenshots into folders and starting to trust and believe in yourself. That's what I've done, and how often it works, it's just ridiculous. So I'm happy to see it. Really happy to see it play out. Sean, don't know if you trade Gbpcad. Yeah, no, I started to look at it again. I have started to look at it again. Looks like good setup. Wait for. Let me have a look. Alright, reading view. Comes into this area to test resistance again, could be a good opportunity for a sell.
What pay is that?
Gbpcad. Why did I delete the chart? Yeah, for me, that potentially yes. I mean, there's different levels here. It is still bearish in a 30-minute, so you could reject, you know, around there, right, lower high. And it's just a matter if you get your right price action catalyst, and also if you have the margin to look for a sell. So long as really it remains below this resistance, it could pull up anywhere, and I'd look to sell it as long as you got the right confirmation to do so. Carl, every time I see you look at that entry, it works a treat. It's unreal. Honestly, I think I've taken one loss on it since I've started trading it. One loss, one time where it just ripped through. All the other times it's been a win, or once or twice it's been break even. Now it's London Open gold pushed up without the upper wick. This is different. See, it's not at a level. Just in consolidation. GU also hasn't tapped into anything. Just because it doesn't have a low wick, it's got a tiny one, but you don't really consider that a low wick. Doesn't mean I just sell it. It still has to be at a level. And that's the thing GJ was at resistance. It was at a 4-hour resistance. That's where it needs to be. It can't be a 30-minute. Just the rule.
Could you go back on GU a little bit? I have a little question to ask them.
Yep.
Maybe can you put it on the 1 hour?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You have your level where you drawn this resistance right here.
Yeah.
That's a support turn resistance, right?
Yeah, potentially.
Then, but the market moved further to also break this other consolidation area to the left. Yeah. So if ideally, if you were to look at your, judging by where you draw your zone, I guess that's where you're looking for a reaction.
Yeah,
but
basically.
Wouldn't you consider a reaction to this other level here?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you consider that?
It's a good question, to be honest, because that's the most recent level we've broken, which lines up with this, basically. So that's why I've got that. I've just included that with there. So I'm more concerned by the more recent areas we've broken, and that's a little bit further to the left. So since we've broken that support, like this support I'm talking about,
yeah,
we've not yet pulled back to retest it. So I'm more concerned about pulling back to retest the most recent level it's broken out, not the one a little bit further to the left, further back. And also, like Franco mentioned, lines up with the, depends which way you draw it, 0.618 to 50 or 0.3 to whatever it is to the 50 of that previous daily candle. So you're sort of just using that as added confluence as well as to why you're using that level.
All right.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
that's
All
why.
right.
But
okay, so a little bit up. Can you pull the trade a little? No, down. Sorry, down. Okay, the other direction. I was towards the high.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yesterday we had this initial move up after the daily open, like there. No, up a bit. At the daily open yesterday.
Yeah, around here.
I think the daily open was around there.
Yeah.
And then we had this push up, and then it came down to break it. And then finally it came back to retest that zone there. Would you, if you traded G, would you have been interested in looking for shots at that area?
Probably, but it's easier said after the fact because I may have been concerned about rejection of this level. I think it broke it. But then again, if it closed below it, I probably would have been looking to sell it maybe here. Once it closed back below it. Probably would have waited for that one just to see if it was going to bounce and create the high low. But seeing it close below, that's when I probably would look for an entry, potentially.
Anyway, because if you look at it on the 1 hour, it had a really good reaction to this zone up here. You see, it just tapped into it, it rejected close weak bullish.
Yeah, it looks good on the alley.
Yeah.
Looks really good on the alley.
So maybe if I can comment also something on that. So yesterday I marked my chart up, and below this area I see the market still bullish, and this was not for me an entry. So for me it would be an entry if I close below and then maybe create a resistance to break then again the support. So this would be then an entry for sell.
So
No, I mean in the entry area, which Mr. Phil marked.
Oh, yeah,
So,
yeah.
No, on the upper side, a little bit on the
here.
upper side. Correct, in this area. So this was still for me not a sell in this area. So as I mentioned, so if we break through, then I would wait to create a support and then go up to create a resistance. And then if we break the support, then I would take a sell.
Yep.
But yesterday we was too bullish in this area.
Okay, Franco. However, like I was just looking at it because I was looking at it today, like maybe I missed an opportunity in that area. So just looking at how, if I have something like that, I could get involved. Usually I don't like taking the early shift. When you have those early shifts in the trend, I don't like getting myself involved in that. So however, what Franco said makes total sense, because myself also, I was looking like if I was to sell it, it would have been below here. I was actually looking for buy after this first bullish rejection from this zone here, but the other candidate did not close properly, and the other candidate did not form like a proper lower wick. So
from here.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise that would have been a decent option probably.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
in this area. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying as well, Mr. Phillips. You would have had to have looked at it based off the alley and just trusted it, because the alley is a lot cleaner. Otherwise, like I mentioned, for me, I would have probably waited for it to pop back below that level, just in case it was going to bounce between, you know, that support and previous resistance and consolidate. So that's when I would have started trusting it. But otherwise, just the hourly. But again, it's easier set after the fact. It's a lot easier set after the fact. DJ moving. Julio, get out to you. Go on, GU. Let me look.
Ooh. We got stuck on that conversation and I missed that entry I was looking for.
Oh, EJ.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That looks good.
Yeah.
That looks good, man. Top one.
Well, it's nice. It's nice to see it work well. This week has been a very solid week for me, so I don't really mind.
Exactly. Same as the entry on JJ before. Would have got you a quick 15 or so pips and then back entry. Sell some retest here.
I think this week I've had like 5 straight wins.
Yeah, 4 so far. So that's
because I think I had 2 trades on Monday and 2 on Tuesday, 1 yesterday. So it's been a great week.
Good to hear. 30. Trying to. I think you got a similar level. I think. What time frame is this? Wow. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay.
But also, like, the concern on that one is the 4 hour is still pretty much bullish. It's not
yeah, it's technically bullish as well, structure, and
the 4 hours
strong candles. Still got volume to the upside by the looks of it in this current leg.
It's not showing any sign of exhaustion and
not just yet. So. Not just yet. That's where you probably need it to tap into that level and then start to reject a bit. Maybe close to 4 hour week bearish. But like we mentioned before, it's just a mess to the downside. So it's not going to be easy. You really want it to probably make a clean move now, which is looking like what it's trying to do. Sean EG. Also, this bro, my thoughts are depending on how price plays out, obviously on lower time frames. What's this area? Not a pair I would recommend trading, but yeah, it's a good level. Good level to get to look for a trade. good level to look for the buys above as well. I think as you basically mentioned, and yeah, the sells if it rejects. So yeah, it's at a level of interest or approaching level of interest. Is that Euro Swiss? Oh, pound Swiss. Sorry, is that the pair? That's what's loaded. Yeah, this is better. This is good. DJ pushing. High strong closure in 15. He's got no lower wick. Yeah, it's hard to trust that in 15 with that low wick. Heading into resistance. Sure, let me look. Yeah, that's the one you sent. Cool. That's one loaded anyway. Yeah, so that one's alright because it's at resistance, so it's a level here to the left that it could reject. You can be looking for your price action catalyst. For a potential sell, so long as this move is relatively clean to the upside. And what I'd like to see is maybe figure in some sellers here, wipe those sellers out, and then buy it. Clean traffic over here to the left. Wow. Oh man, EJ. Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Phil isn't all good. Don't stress it, as we know.
Yeah, not what that.
Yeah.
It's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, that's it. You can't chase it. We know better.
Oh, but it's nice, Alice. It's nice that I caught it. And
yeah, exactly. And see it work.
It's nice to see it work.
It's the same pair, Sean. You've got it because I think you're sending me a live art, so you must be on this pair at the moment. All good. Franco?
Yeah, was saying that she was also pushing up a little bit to this area, which I wanted. So
yeah,
hope maybe to push a little bit more.
Yeah, give you some margin and make it a clean move. EU slowly pushing up EU.
Franco, what would you be looking at for your triggers at that zone?
Yeah, to create at the end a resistance at first. So, and then looking at also how we the structure is forming right now. So if we have a clean traffic, then on the left side for sales. So that's the point, because at the area which we are now, so if we go into sales, so we have coming into supports and support and support. So therefore I wanted to have a clear direction on the upper side to create clean traffic, and then creating resistance to go then down.
Aren't you bothered like by the minor pullbacks that it's been creating going up? Like you have minor supports, supports formed.
Yeah, this is I don't like this. Therefore I want to create right now some moves to the upper side, so to create more margin to these supports.
Okay. Makes sense.
That's what we're mentioning before. It's got a lot of choppy traffic below, lots of levels of support. So best thing would be for it to make a nice clean move now. So you've got some margin down to at least this support.
Yeah. Anyway, however, on my time frame, I don't really have that problem. So,
yeah, it's a lot cleaner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot cleaner. But still,
your 2 hour or 1 hour?
Both 1 hour and the 2 hour. It's a lot cleaner.
Usually, what stop losses and take profits you are considering then for these 1 hour and 2 hour time frames?
It depends on the stop loss and the margin that I have. That's why most of the times, even some of the trades, if it doesn't have enough margin, I don't take it, because the stop loss is usually a little bit wider.
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. So if I'm taking, especially on the 2 hour, if I'm taking a trade, or maybe on GU, the stop loss is usually between 20 to 25 pips. So in that case, if the range is not up to like 30, 35 pips, I will not execute on that, because it's very rarely you will have to hold throughout all the range. So, but at least I have to target at least a 1-to-1.
Correct.
That's fair enough.
Understood.
Totally fair enough.
Yeah.
It does look a lot cleaner though, doesn't it? Sean, appreciate you, and yeah, I agree with that. Sorry, just quickly, that area I agree. It's a potential level of support.
Okay, just go ahead.
No, you go, mate. You go. I'm done now.
All right. Yeah, because also, like, most of the time, when I execute on the 2 hour, most of my trades on the 2 hour I hold like from 4 to 6 hours. So I don't sit on the chat looking at them. Sometimes I just come into them, they hit the TP or they go to the stop loss. I don't sit on the chat waiting at them. So when I take a trade that I have to just let it go, I have to get enough margin for that.
Okay,
that's fair enough.
Understood. What about then issues with if you are going to some news events then? Because if you are holding 5 to 6 hours, you're getting sometimes the risk to getting into these news events, or?
To be honest, sometimes it depends, right? If the risk is not that much, if I weigh it and see that the risk to reward is, I can bear it, sometimes I just leave it. And to be fair, most of the time that I hold it through the news, I've got wrecked like maybe 2 to 3 times, but most of the times the structure always works in my favor, because also I don't have that tight stop loss in those situations, so it gives me a little bit of wiggle room for the news to do its thing.
Understood.
That's fair enough. As long as you're aware of it and you're managing it, that too.
So many like I do hold trades throughout the news, so sometimes, but not the really big ones like the NFP, the
FOMC.
Is it what FOMC or what?
Yeah.
No, that whatever the case is, if I'm in a little profit or even at break even, I close it. I don't like messing with those ones. No. CPI as well, but the other minor, like the other red folders, but those ones that are not really that wild, I don't really mind.
That's fair enough. Look at that. Gold is just an absolute mess. $15, not too bad, but still, I just can't avoid this shit fight it's in right now. I don't know that. So GJ, it's breaking out. Let's just zoom out a bit. It's at these wicks here to the left just now. Got a strong catalyst though. You definitely got the momentum right now. The only way, in my opinion, to get involved would be a limit order. That would be the only way. And the fact of the matter is, it's probably too far above to actually pull back to create that much of a lower wick. So if that's the case, you need to wait a pause, which would mean at least a 15-minute closing weak bearish, and then potentially looking for the continuation above the pause candle. So that would look pretty much like so if the next 15 closes maybe like that. You're looking to buy stop it after it's created a bit of a lower wick and a new candle. Let's I'll let you guys get the picture. Or you can look for the limit order after you've got the engulfing candle based on the interruption play. So that's the pause within the impulse. What we often see is the new candle pull back to tap in towards the high. In this case, you can get a bit better of a stop loss too. Maybe below the where the limit order, the candle of the limit order is set. And then once it flips, you get to break even. A lot of the time, you already got 10 plus pips. You start securing it. If it continues, breaks the high of the previous candle, there's a high probability it will continue to the upside and starting to clear some of that area to the left. So that's a potential option. Aaron, g'day. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you on the stream. GJ level was pretty big level. Would you consider a buy limit return back to level and showed you a catalyst? Yeah, I was just mentioning that, but maybe a buy limit. I wouldn't have trusted the impulse. Sorry, man.
When you're looking at a buy limit, a zone like this, right?
Yeah.
You're considering like the maximum point to the left.
Sorry, say again.
Like the line where you have you're looking at the buy limit at, that is like the maximum point to the left that you got your zone from, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, well, that's the most immediate to the left.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We
Okay.
Cool. Horizontal. I mean, it's tapping into that right now, into these wicks.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a tricky one because you could kind of say it's tapped into a target. So that would normally invalidate the entry. The only thing I'm seeing though is its volume, it's moving. You've got counter probabilities in a higher time frame, the upside.
Okay. Now, daily. Suppose it did not tap into those wicks, right?
Yeah.
You would be looking for maybe to take a buy limit.
Yeah.
From
back at the high, basically.
Yeah. See there.
Yeah.
But what could you go back to where the chart? Yeah, just right here, where the candles are currently, where the market is currently. Yeah. So if we are to base that on the previous concept of the most recent zone,
just here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you think don't you think like
retest that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be like a more.
You're not wrong. I've often what I'll do is as well, if we've got a bearish candle wicking up a little bit higher, and sometimes I'm going to use the more recent bearish candle wick. But what I'm seeing is this likely going to close high and too high up for it to maybe pull back to that level. So as long as it retests there, but yes, you are correct. Sometimes I would limit order the high of the most recent bearish candle, even if it's a bit below the actual highest point of resistance. So you're not wrong, yes. Okay. But this is going to close like at this rate 16 pips above, so that's fairly strong push. I doubt it's going to pull back to that level. It could, but if I'm looking for a buy, I'm thinking, well, it's likely going to retest that level and maybe pull back a tiny bit further, but I don't feel it necessarily needs to pull all the way back to that high, the bearish candle, if it was to continue bullish. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking at. Aaron, all good. Yeah, so that's GJ. So either way, it'd be invalid now because it's popping up. Look, as long as it doesn't really break the high, you can still probably look at the limit order, to be honest. 15, I wouldn't look for continuation buy. Gold is an absolute, it's just trash. Just write it off for the time being, trust me. You're gonna get wrecked if you're trying to trade for 5 minutes too much. Gbpcad needs to make a move. They move for potential pullback. GU rejection, but it's not what you wanted. You would have wanted a nice strong closure. GJ looks the best, but yeah, I'll be chasing this personally. But guys, unfortunately, I got to get running because I'm gonna go pick up the little man. I'll see if tomorrow. I'll see if maybe someone else can pick him up. But he finishes in half an hour, so I gotta go try to find a car park, which is a nightmare. But yeah, good stream, really good stream. Just a quick little scalp on GJ, small win, but it's still a win, so happy with that. Guys, hit like button if you're not done so. I'm pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, already have, so I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Members, to all you, I will see you guys for MI about the same time probably as yesterday, roughly.
Okay, thank you, man.
And yeah, let me know if you do take trades in between. Yeah, post it into, you know, you guys know where. All right, guys. YouTube.
Thanks. Bye.
See you guys. YouTube, you take care. Have a good one. And I'll see you guys, tomorrow. Cheers, guys. And don't forget to, yeah, have a look at details down below if you want to know how to contact me, whatever. It's all there in the description. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Cheers. Till then. Bye, guys.